All right, so welcome to another episode. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at LMND. And if you go in and check out LMND, I do want to remind you, none of these are recommendations to buy, sell, or trade anything. It's just my own personal insight and opinion. All right, so if you want to grab that opinion, feel free to check out our Discord channel. And you can go into the Discord area and go into stock movers. You can check out some of the technical analysis videos, trading tips, and some of the other things that I talk about. That is in the link in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. All right, you can also check out some of the live classes that we have and some great freebies on the tradersfly.com website here. So check those things out as well. All right, let's go in and let's see what we've got when it comes to LMND. LMND here announced fourth quarter earnings and financial result. And, the stock was having a little bit of trouble. Now it's coming back a little bit. So if you look at just overall how far down we got into the $20 level here. We were down almost 90% from the stock. I mean, that stock reached a highs of almost about 190, almost 200, and then started to kind of pull back. So as we kind of evaluate this company and what's going on, we had an early IPO over here. So this was, 2020. Stock kind of digested for a little while. Then we had that run up or a markup phase. Since then, that stock actually has been pulling back, and we even started to accelerate on the downward scope very quickly. And this is probably where that stock is now starting to bottom around that $20 level. This is also a psychological level around $20, $10, nice round number where a lot of people will say, hey, maybe it's getting a little too low. The big issue here is we still have a lot of bearish volume right there that's kind of coming in. So be a little bit careful here. But as we start looking into this, you do wonder if this is a result of maybe like full-time panic buying that's just coming in, where people are just going in and they're saying, oh my God, it's so sad, it's so low. And that's when you start getting that panic kicking in. Then you say, okay, well, maybe it's just overreaction. And you get some stuff coming in here. Now, granted, this could possibly be like, the Russia news, where things are now maybe oversold. And now people are starting to step back in, and then this will start bringing this stock and pulling it up a little bit further. So there's a lot of mediums there. Just overall, the market just in stocks like PayPal is just down quite a lot. And you could say, are we kind of coming into maybe a basing area for maybe a short-term bounce here? It's quite possible. And this is kind of what you might be looking at for LMND here in this stock as well, where it might start looking for basing it around that $20 price level. Because there's no other support level, it's tough to gauge how far down it'll go. There's also not a lot of technical patterns as well here. So there's not like a ABCD pattern, even though there's some action here. It's tough to really say how far will it kind of go or where it will base. But if you're looking for a possible bounce, this stock could do a little bounce and kind of retracement pattern back up maybe into the 50s. Who knows? Somewhere around here could also be another bounce level. So it can get right into that $50 price level, kind of come right up here, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe it'll reject a little bit and then power higher, or maybe it'll reject and come back to retest the $20 level. We don't know, but in general, what you're kind of looking for is, hey, did we flush out a lot of people? This was kind of like a nasty candle here, and we've got the 20 that's possibly coming into support. So if you're starting to look for a nibble, what I would look for is something base pattern like this. That would be actually really nice. I don't know if you'll get that right away because we got a pretty nasty flush. You might actually get a snap up a little quicker. But a nice basing pattern right here would be good if you can get a basing pattern here and then to roll it back over. That's where you get to see some, kind of nibbling opportunities and areas where you can actually kind of buy the dip. For now, I think it might be a little early. Just looking at overall the SPY and just IWM and QQQ, where we're at is just, we had a lot of panic coming in, and now they're starting to kind of bring that back, and we'll see how that kind of plays out. Anyway, as far as this stock goes, we're finding some basic support at maybe around 20, but there's just a lot of negative energy here still in the stock. So I just be a little bit more careful, even though the earnings did come out. And all that is at least now baked in. And what I would also watch is a little bit of a descending trend pattern right here. If you're a little more cautious, you would wait for this to break this level. So for a caution investor, so if you're cautious, you're going here. If you're aggressive, so this is one that's maybe more like really going for it. Okay. So you can go in kind of maybe at the 20, but be careful. The market's still shaky. We're on shaky ground, shaky terms. You want to watch out with what's going to happen here very closely and just trade smaller position sizing. Because if you trade smaller position sizing, it'll allow you to kind of spread that risk out a little bit more so. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Feel free to join the Discord group there, ask some questions and do some requests. You can also check out the Traders Fly website where there's a lot of other free videos and great training material. Thanks again, and I will see you next time.